Hey guys, this is the 2021 VW Atlas. Let's take a look. In terms of competitors, the Atlas falls somewhere in between the Kia Telluride, the Hyundai Palisade, and the Volvo XC60 on the higher luxury end. As you guys know, I really enjoy the XC60. It's one of my favorite luxury SUVs, and I think the Hyundai Palisade is a bargain. However, this has a really nice sweet spot that gives you a little bit of the luxury of the XC60, gives you a wonderful drive, and it feels like it's indestructible. The version I'm driving today is the SEL-R line, which is the highest end Atlas that you can buy, which makes it top out right around $50,000. But before you freak out, let's think about what that 50 grand is giving you. And in my opinion, it's a lot of car. So in general, the Atlas is really, really easy to operate. It's got the same system as all the other VWs have had for a while now. You've got your Apple CarPlay, you've got Android Auto. Sure, the screen isn't enormous, but I also find it not distracting, which is really, really nice. I use the adaptive cruise control that had both start and stop, and it performed really well. Other nice features are the charging pad here for your wireless device. It's got plenty of storage. I've got this big center console that fits my purse and a box of Kleenex. Awesome. Cup holders are a little weird, but hey, they're there and that's nice. But you've also got more options on the driver and passenger door, and the rear seats also have cup holders integrated into the door that my kids thought were great. Other things we've appreciated about the backseat of the Atlas are we've got some USB chargers here. They can control their own climate. We've got seat warmers, and most importantly, in my opinion, are these mud guards. So they're the Muddy Buddy by WeatherTech, and they're fantastic. Yeah, I'm in Southern California and I don't have to deal with snow and ice like everybody else, but we have plenty of mud, plenty of dirt, and plenty of dog hair. So I find that these are really, really great. And according to my notes, it's standard in this VW Atlas, which I think is cool. Second row captain's chairs. It's really, I mean, sure, you lose one seat in here, but what you lose with one seat, you make up for in accessibility. Kids come and go, and it's really, really a wonderful thing, and not just for minivans anymore. These second row captain's chairs are really good. They're actually adjustable. So you can, if somebody wants to kind of chill in the back seat, they can. Don't tell my daughter I told you this, but she fell asleep on the drive home the other day, which she wouldn't let me take her picture, but she definitely was comfortable and fell asleep. If you read other reviews or watch other videos about the VW Atlas, you'll see some reviewers criticize the materials and they'll say that they seem cheap. Well, I'm a mom and I feel a little bit differently. My thing is, it's very cleanable. This trim has under the hood a 3.6 liter V6 engine, which has given me lots of power. We took the Atlas up to the snow yesterday, and we're able to put our snowboards inside the vehicle thanks to the captain's chairs, and thanks to all-wheel drive, we had no problem getting up that steep snowy mountain. The tires on this trim are the Pirelli Scorpion tires. I dig them. I think they're all weather tires. They perform really, really well, but you're also getting a lot of road feel from this vehicle, which not everybody likes, but I dig it. The thing I really like is that it's a third row SUV that handles not like a third row SUV, right? I find that it corners much better than the Hyundai Palisade, as well as the Kia Telluride, which for me feel really, really bulky. Overall, I think the Atlas is a really great choice for someone who is looking for a third row SUV, likes the way German cars drive, and digs this kind of design. If that fits you, then I think you'll be really happy with this. And if you do get it, please let me know in the comments.